Good day, YouTube. I'm Peacemaker and the new Turtle Island. I like to share a vision, a recurring vision that I always had. When I was a infant, or maybe just walking, learning to walk, and that, I'd always dream maybe another girl talking to me. And then when I was older, like seven years old, we were living in Brochet. I dreamt this girl said, "You're my dad," and I said, "What? I'm just a child. I'm just a child. I don't have no kids. What are you talking about?" And she goes, "You'll see." And she just faded into like white light. Throughout my growing up, like 11, 12, 14, like that, I always dreamt of that. And then when we moved to Bignell Crescent when I was 15, I always dreamt of that also. But this time I was pushing her on a swing set, and she'd always say, "You gotta remember me," right? So I did. I remembered her, and I was pushing her on the swing. And she goes, "I have to show you something soon, Dad, and I need you to remember. It's very important." And I was saying, "What do you gotta show me?" She got, "Let's go." She got up, she started walking down Resolution Drive away from Joe Ross School Park. And we're talking there, and it seemed long. So I kept following anyways, talking with her. And she goes, "Well, this is far for now. I'll talk again later. Remember me, Dad." I said, "I don't have no children. I don't know what you're talking about." "Alright, I'll see you later." And, just dreaming. It just kept reoccurring, and I just don't want it to freeze. And it reoccurred, and then when I was in Agassiz Youth Center, when I got caught stealing and doing, dumb shit, I dreamt of that right away. Remember, I dreamt of it a lot, and she would say we'd always end up pushing at the Joe Ross swing set, and then we'll end up walking down Resolution Drive towards Keachie-Maskinaw. Anyways, I got out, did my time, went back and wherever, came back and went to... I had a family early, maybe 19 years old, and I started having those dreams again, and I would tell my kid's mom, my children's mom, I keep dreaming of a little girl. She keeps telling me I'm her dad, and this always happened since I was a child. We just talk about it, whatever. They'd find dream books, stuff like that. But anyways, went to... Our family split apart, and things happened. Couldn't try to work it out, all this, and wasn't going right. And I went to my first Sundance in 1997. Started learning the path there, and at that Sundance that was happening in June at Strong Earth Lodge, when I started learning from late elder Rainbow Woman. She had a Sundance there, and on the second day, I remember that they were dancing in the night with the warriors tied to the Tree of Life, while the other dancers rested. When I went to bed that night, my bed was facing northwest, and the moon was behind me. The window was here, the wall, the bed, and I went to bed. I remember seeing that when I was falling asleep, and then I woke up. I thought I did. I looked around, and I knew I was dreaming, but everything looked the same. And I saw, suddenly there was an old elderly woman there, really long hair, dressed like the old days, and like she said something, saying it's time, or wake up. She grabbed my leg, and I woke up. The moonlight was on the window, everything on the bed. But this time when I woke up, it was somebody asking for a cigarette. I said, "Here." I gave them a couple of smokes, and then they left, and I went back to bed. Held on to that vision. You know, when I had in my third Sundance, I had a vision. I was dancing on the third day, I was singing for some strength, and that elder I was talking to, when I opened my eyes in the third door, I was singing with tears of joy in a language I didn't know. Right there, it hit me, that same vision I had when I was a teenager in youth jail. It was happening at that moment. It felt so awesome. I found strength on that test day, and I made it, completed my Sundance. And the year 2000 came. I had that dream again. I was pushing this girl on a swing. Kept pushing there. We're talking. It's always nice talks. You know, just like we know each other long. And she said, "Well, I need to show you something. We'll go for a walk again, Dad." And she jumped off the swing. She started walking. I caught up to her and started walking there, talking with her down Resolution Drive. And I noticed when we got to Kichimaskinau, there was a park inside the church. So we went there. We're sitting on the swings just talking. And she goes, "I need you to remember this because it's important. I need you. You have to remember it. It's very important." I said, "Okay." And I said, "What's that?" And she got off the swing, started walking towards the church. And then I followed her. And then when I got close to the church, on that cement block there before you go in, I heard music and partying. And I said, "Wait, whoa, don't, just wait." She went in there. And I tried to chase her, and I went in there. There was a party going on, like everywhere, like top, middle, floor, the bottom, and basement. This party was just going on. Like huge. Lots of people, elders, children, young people, women, girls, all kinds, all people were there. And then when I went in there, I went into the church. I chased her there, and I was chasing her up around the floors, and I ended up chasing her into the. Anyways, while I was chasing her, I was trying to tell the people, get out, what are you guys doing in this in there? You know, you can't be doing this in this, ain't right. Come on, get out. And they're all laughing at me, throwing beer on me, cans, everything, butts, ashes, everything. But I kept trying to help them, and they kept fighting me. So I tried to help that girl, saying, "Give me that girl, get the children out of here at least. Why are you guys doing this in here with them?" And she ran downstairs. I chased her downstairs, and when I got downstairs, she was already far up ahead around the corner. And they pulled her that way, and I tried to run that way. And when I got to the corner, it's like the whole church just shifted. We all fell down. Everyone fell down. You can hear them upstairs falling down like loud. But they were laughing. This is how it was. They were just laughing like hysterically. And glasses everywhere. People were partying like this. This is unbelievable. And then when I felt the floor moving, and I looked out the window towards the arena. The arena was going up, and the dirt was starting to come at the bottom, going up. And I said, "The church is sinking. Come on, get out of here." That's what I just. Went like, "Come on." I was just trying to pull the people, but they're just hitting me, pulling me. I was trying to say, "Get out." And then when I looked towards the window again, because I didn't want to get trapped, I looked, that dirt was already covering it. And that's when I went running upstairs, and I was just pleading for them, "Come on, get out." No, I went around upstairs. I was looking for her. I was trying to pull people out. Nothing. The dirt started to come up to the windows at the main floor. And that's where I started smashing the windows. I was saying, jump out, come on you guys, get out, something's not right here." And no, they just kept laughing and partying. And that window was almost covered. So I jump out, and I was already starting to cry, because nobody wanted to listen. So I jump out, and I was standing, "Give me your hands, I'll pull you out, I won't let you get hurt." No, nothing happened. Nobody wanted to come out. Hands were just laughing, saying, come inside, come back, come on." And I was saying, "No, why are you guys doing this?" And the dirt, when the roof finally hit the grass, as it went down, the dirt was forming by itself over it. And I went and jumped on the middle, and I was trying to push all that dirt away, trying to rip the tiles. But no, it kept coming, and I was just saying, no, God, don't do this. Don't let this happen. Please don't. I'm trying my best. You know, and the dirt just kept coming. And when it finally went over, covered all the tiles, it was like grass again. That's when I heard like thousands and thousands of demons just say, yeah! And it was like fucking everyone screamed, like thousands were screaming in terror instantly, and my heart was just filled with such hurt, pain. I was just crying, tearing at the dirt, tearing at it as best fast I could. And I was saying, God, no, please don't. Please, Jesus, don't. Take them out. Take me. Let them all come back. And everything went calm. And I heard that, I know my son. And I just felt this chill. I looked up. Everything was red. The buildings, the river, the grass, the sky. Everything was red. And I started floating up slow. And I looked behind me. I was scared to see, but I did anyways. And where the sun was supposed to be in dark time, it was this way. North. It was high and it was bright red. And he said, I know, my son. I know you tried. That's when I started looking around. The ground was real far away. I could see the reserve and the river, bridge, the bush. And everything was red. Everything. And that's that vision I had ever since I was a child. Over and over and over and over. Right up to that climax. And I haven't dreamt it since. You do the research. They tricked everything before 1492. They whitewashed everything, and they put in fake names and all this stuff and made them white, and they erased their teachings. The lost tribes and all that were Creator's children. They don't want you knowing this. They took out teachings from the Bibles. They erased our teachings from our elders. They did it all systematically, generation to generation, to the point where we accept it. We accept these lies. We're filled with false knowledge. Constantine, a man, I know, a living, breathing man, proclaimed himself the Christ. That's insane. There's only one. And his father said, in creation story, the seventh day is Saturday. It's just the truth. Why should we deny that? It's right there on the calendar. See it with your own eyes, read it. But yeah, he before 1492, they changed all that. 800 years before 1492. And when they came here, a couple years before 1492, like 10 years, 12 years or something like that, this guy, I don't want to freeze, this so-called scientist, Freemason, came up with this so-called theory with Newton's theory. Another Mason came up with the knowledge that the earth was a ball. And our ancestors already knew before 1492. Mother Earth is on the back of a turtle surrounded by water, and the light sources are close. That sounds like the flat earth theory that's going around now. It makes sense. And in the Bible it says firmament above and firmament below. Water's in between and the earth. There you go. The light sources are inside this firmament. And in the 60s, these astronauts found a firmament. That's why you see all these footages of the sending rocket after rocket after rocket. They couldn't penetrate it. These deep sea scientists, they couldn't penetrate that either. They bounced off of something, and they said it. There's a firmament, and ever since then, they've been hiding this knowledge. Look at the UN. You think the UN is so something? Well, look at their flag. There's no Antarctica. It's an ice shield all around. We're shielded in, and there's the Earth. We're in a flat Mother Earth, and our way out is spiritual to the Creator Most High in the heaven. It's the only way out. He sent His Son to show us the way out. Because these dark things on this earth did this to the crown monarchies, the same one from the Pharaoh days, the one that was flooded from Noah's day. Now the promise is fire, because that same thing is going around the earth. You can't pick up a gun and kill someone, even if someone says you can. You're already murdering your brother. You need to show love. Love and forgiveness, sharing, kind gestures. You don't go against your people, your own people. Let that pride go. That's nothing to God. Keeping it real in the streets. That's nothing to our Creator. Let that sink in, please. It's important. Let's do this for our Creator. Let's unite and be this powerful tribe again. Not servants under a crown. That's the truth, and I don't want to hold it back. What kind of warrior for Christ would I be after He asked me to do these things if I keep quiet? That's very shameful if I keep quiet. He is real, and we need to rise up. You children need to know. Suicide, loneliness, depression, all these things like that, those are bad spirits. They're working at you to take you. It's not stress. It's not because you couldn't make the grade, or that guy or girl didn't like you back, and just fuck this. There's movies, love movies, vampires and shit is so stupid, man. Fuck that. That's not real life. Smarten up. Love one another. Stick up for one another. All people, not your clique or crew. That's just small. Love one another. Let's go home. Let's go where our loved ones are. I hope this video helped with these visions. I don't know why I was allowed to see. It's hard, but I'm grateful at the same time. Because this is serious. Creator loves us. We have to love Him back. We have to learn His rules and ways. Can't just be told something comfortable and then live it. That's not right. We gotta search every day. Every day. Like I said, thanks for listening. I love you guys, all of yous, and let's make a change together.